Before I get into the full presentation, I really just want to give you a quick overview. I don't want to waste your time. I do feel note takers are money makers. I'm going to be going over a lot. This isn't going to be a typical business presentation. It's going to be very educational. And there is going to be a business opportunity, and it's not, the normal 20-minute presentation, as you can see. But what we plan to solve is not only a payment option, but also what's really big to our company is the educational system overall. 80% of the world does not have access. Our agenda is very clear, as I'll be explaining that throughout this presentation. And, myself personally, I love positioning myself at the best place at the best time. And I'm coming to you live today, feeling that I am at the right place at the right time. Now, before I get into the main part of the presentation, I want you to start thinking of our children who are getting picked up from the school bus at 8 o'clock, having their recess, going to lunch, getting off the school bus. And for what? To work 40 years for 40 hours to live off a pension of 40% we can't afford to live off of today anyways? Is this really the dream that we want? I don't think so. I love the idea of getting behind Dag University, being able to offer an educational package to my friends and family that this month comes with one of the best promotions that I've been part of being able to offer to others. And, getting back to education though, we got to remember that wealthy families with their kids are surrounded by peers who have equal opportunities to them. But what about the third world countries, even with the education, let alone the 80% that doesn't have education? But it doesn't stop there. What about when we think of cities? Who has the better chance of succeeding? Now, it seems obvious, right? But how about this reality? This is the same community. This isn't even the different city. And it's just that fact. Today, the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer, and the middle class, we are being eliminated. Now, don't you notice how in school there was no education about money? Nobody was teaching me how to invest it, how it actually works, what it actually is. How come nobody ever told me? I was born in 1984. Why didn't I know back then when I was going from grade 1 to grade 12 that my money was backed by nothing than bark? Yes, trees. That's what money's backed by, trees. And technology through the banks. But it goes there. Now also, how come they weren't talking to me about the future? Why didn't I know even seashells were in the past? Before I get into the history and what gets me so excited to share this with you today, is from barter, metal coins, checks, online banking, cryptocurrency, it doesn't matter. King Koopa today, Visa. Do you have a Visa in your wallet? The history of money, all of these things share the same thing in common. And I want you to take a second and think to yourself, what do they share in common? They are nothing more than a form of payment unit at its time. A way for someone like yourself to purchase a good or service from someone who is offering it. Now, in 1970, the world monetary situation was stable. Yes, 1970 was stable. However, the reason for this is because it was backed by gold. And there's only a limited amount of gold. And even the governments couldn't print off more than the gold reserves allowed. And then 1971, the Nixon shock. Yes, fiat money was no longer backed by gold. Every country's currency around the world became worthless. Now we see the effects today. This led to an increased amount of the printing of money, and this is why we see the enormous inflations. Inflation is nothing more than theft. And I want to show you this fact. It took the USA 200 years to reach a cash supply of $825 billion, 2008. And then the bank bailouts, and then everything else. I'm not even going to talk about today. Let's talk about 7 years later. It's at 6 trillion. Do your research today. I want to talk about this time though, because this would have crushed the world reserve currency, the US dollar. So they had a meeting, and all the leaders around the world, including Canada, all drastically increased the paper money supply around the world. This is why when we go to the store, that price of milk, bread, and eggs is consistently increasing in price. I have a farmer friend. He's not getting richer. His bank account's not going up like this. But it's also governments waking up too. And that's why Sweden, for example, 3% of all payments are paid in cash. Yes, that lineup of 100 people, 97 are using a form of digital payment. Okay, other side, Kenya, 66% are subscribed to M-Pesa, which is a cashless payment system. But it's not just them. Even us people, we're waking up. We are going to help wake up people. That there is a better option than having a middleman. Yes, a middleman, eliminate the middle class. And that's why I understand what we need. We need something that we can trust, something that's clear, something that's affordable, and that's something that's for the people and also the merchants. I'm very excited with Dagcoin. There's a fixed amount, which I'll be showing you soon. The transaction speeds are already the fastest. The transaction fees are already the lowest. The privacy, less. We're not totally anonymous, but we do offer a very high level of privacy. It's accessible for everyone, from your 16-year-old child to your elderliest person in your family. We have global connectivity, and this means, yes, someone in Asia can sell his crops to anyone around the world, including North America. Now today, there's 1,300 cryptocurrencies, all with the same common goal. 99% plus based on blockchain technology. Now they want to change the global financial system forever. But I'm seeing two clear signs of failure: the transaction speed and the transaction fee. And what I'm seeing right now is just the reality. And here's the numbers. You know, like, this is really just the simplistic way. The numbers don't lie. Bitcoin can do 7 transactions per second, which will accumulate to 605,000 transactions a day. That will serve a purpose. However, not for the choice of people and the merchants. And allow me to explain that there's 36,899 McDonald's locations. Do the math. Each McDonald's would be able to satisfy 17 transactions. Forget about the rest of the world. Forget about peer-to-peer, fast food, shopping centers, anything else. If 17 people used Bitcoin that day, nobody else in the world could. Keep trying to convince me it's the choice of the people in the future. It has its purpose, but not for usability for purchases. Ethereum, fantastic, and can do 3 times the amount. Awesome, 60 people could be satisfied at Walmart. Or sorry, McDonald's, forget Walmart. You know, now how about the best blockchains? 3,000 per second. Now maybe we could start satisfying some bigger names. Maybe that is going to do some better things with usability. However, I recognize how Visa is King Koopa today. Visa is the fastest today at 56,000 transactions per second. And that's why they are the choice of the merchants. That's why they are the choice of the people. And forget about all the things you have, whether it's coins, fiat currency, debit cards. Do you have credit on your Visa? It's a fact. And this is the thing. That's why Visa is there. Now, what I see is this. It's becoming obvious to me. Cryptocurrency is becoming the future Forex. I see it. I recognize it. But I don't see it being the choice of the merchants. But however, being the choice of the people and choice of the merchants. So this is a volatility chart. This is not the price of the coin, okay? But it just shows you the volatility of all the market conditions. And this is people buying and selling. And this is what's happening. And if you're a merchant, are you comfortable with this? If you're someone, do you want to use that thinking it's maybe going to go up? Now, are you a merchant? Do you want to accept that thinking it might go down? Just the reality. And getting back to what's important, though, what really, really is important for trust, for people? We got to know, do we have the users that want to use the currency? We got to know, do we have the usability? Are there merchants that are going to accept it? Now, do the people use it for those merchants? Can the technology direct-to-acyclic graph chain handle it? The environmental effects. Think about that. Think of all those power mining rigs using up all that electricity with that very convenient tax the whole world got. Do we really need to be using all of our resources to power mining rigs? Because I'll tell you this, we don't. There is a better solution for us, the people, us, the merchants, Dagcoin. I'm telling you right now, this is already the fastest cryptocurrency out there with only further updates to be announced. This is an amazing opportunity for all of us to be part of, and now we will be transitioning into this. But I want to show you something too that really will get you excited, I hope, because it sure got me excited. Remember the scalability? Well, with our technology, we can do hundreds of thousands, if not more, in a second. Because with our technology, there's no blocks that limit us. Because we are a chain, and each chain helps to confirm the next transaction. And I'll explain that more soon. Before I get there, let's talk about the fees. Now I'm going to tell you this. I had to confirm this, and I'm going to word it the right way. But when you're purchasing a $3 cup of coffee, you'll be paying about 14 cents to Visa. However, the old slide said $1.44. I asked for them to update it. Up to $21.44 you will pay in a fee for a $3 cup of coffee today. The fees of Bitcoin are getting ridiculous. I'll probably have to change this number soon. I'll tell you this though, is $1.44. I'm like, are you sure that's the right number? And honestly, if I have to change this slide and redo this presentation because of this fee, I'm curious. But up to $21.44 people are paying in a Bitcoin fee. Me, I don't use Bitcoin. I don't. I'll tell you this, you can purchase your education package with Bitcoin. You're going to pay an outrageous fee in Bitcoin. It's not the company. But the thing is, though, is, yeah, I will mention that, I guess. But look at this fee. Whether it's a 30-cent coffee bean bag, $3 cup of coffee, or you want to buy a $3 million coffee plantation. Now, does that look close to feeless? Because call me crazy, but in 2009, when blockchain technology was born and brought to us, I thought it was supposed to eliminate the middlemen. From what I see the miners are doing right now, they're simply creating new middlemen. Now, how does our technology work? As I said, there's no blocks. We don't need miners. It's why we don't need to have an outrageous fee. Every new transaction, as I said, will help to confirm the previous one. It's not like a bouncer at the front of the line that you can bribe. And it's an expandable chain for faster transactions. Yes, it's not just one perpendicular line. Things can attach, go other places. It will go in one direction together. I explain to my team, I make them think of a bike wheel. There are more spokes in a bike wheel, the stronger the integrity of the wheel, the closer the spokes will be. Now, this isn't like a bike wheel the way it looks, but just think of the integrity, the more spokes in a tire. The more people with our technology, the better, the faster, the more secure. The complete opposite with blockchain. Now about Dagcoin. There's a team from Estonia with over 50 people. Yeah, that's where Skype was born. Some people knew that. I researched it, found it out recently. Most easy to use and stable cryptocurrency. It was launched in late 2016, really getting its traction in November 2017. And there's constant and never-ending open source development. Yes, already been developed hundreds of times, just like when you log into your internet and they update you. Just like Bitcoin's had thousands themselves as well too. Now, know this. Merchants are already signed up. Yes, your web wallet is already downloadable. Get your DAG web wallet as soon as you complete your free sign up. There are so many things already done. People are already trading in the back office exchange with 2 new public exchanges being announced at the end of February. Not the end of February 24th, 2018 is the Dubai event, and I will be talking about it soon. But know this, there's 1 billion units. We are decentralized. Continuous development. It's going slow for a reason. Note takers are money makers. I'm slowing this one down. I want you guys to be able to see and read. I want you to know that any question that you want answered, your team leader will be able to answer. Reach out to whoever invited you here today. Also know you can go to dagcoin.org and view everything. They have broken it down into 4 different areas where you can see the past, the present, and the future. From our core development, the ecosystem, the merchants, to the marketing. It's all there for you, including a 50-page white paper. And I'm telling you this, I was going to wait until the new year to get real loud. And I had to start getting loud sooner because I fully understand that this is blowing up with or without me. I have so many people messaging me telling me about Dag. It's unbelievable. And I understand when I'm on a webinar right now where I have 12 people with 8 countries, I get it. People are understanding this and recognizing this, and we're all at the right place at the right time. How is Dagcoin different? We are, as I said, extremely easy to use. We already are the fastest cryptocurrency. We are not wasting electricity. We are predefined with the lowest transaction fees. And yes, our security, there's no central place to attack. Come sign up free and come see how easy we are to use. How do regular people find out about all these things, right? How do normal people usually find out about these things? Well, usually they find out about it when the elite have already taken their profits. Yes, when the sweet part is already over. That's usually when they find out about it. Did you know about Bitcoin when it was 10 cents, 1,300, or 19,000? You know what I'm saying? This is what's happening in the world right now. And this is why I'm so excited to be sharing this with you guys here today. Because the educational package that I offer to you today is not just going to increase your knowledge in cryptocurrency. It's not just going to increase your knowledge in the Forex market. We are going to try to take you from A to Z. Like, we need ordinary people, but we want to take you to an extraordinary person with our education. We want to help you be a better public speaker. We were going to offer you mentorship. There will be the financial world knowledge, don't get me wrong, but we're also going to help you run a business, set up a business, digital marketing, traditional marketing. We're going to teach you to be a leader. That's what our educational goal is, in addition to everything else on the financial education that is lacking in our educational system. And it doesn't stop here, though, because we have a big vision. This is bigger than just a financial payment, choice of the people and choice of the merchants. We're going to do this by educating the world at the same time. Yes, because like I said, 80% of the world has no form of education. We have a package that starts at $20 US. Together, let's help educate the world to something that is missing in our educational system. And if you want to help us, well, the company is doing their things, because we understand that the more you learn, the more you will earn. And it is a fact. Ask anyone who reads books instead of watching TV. It's called downtime for a reason. Now, know this. Even though the Dubai global event, when the merchants are announced, when the exchanges are announced, the opportunity does not stop there. As a matter of fact, this is truly when the opportunity starts, because then the world's going to see. And we're going to go along the path. And then we are aiming to have our own recognized institutes for business education. You can see it all at daguniversity.com. Get this, team leaders within your own countries. The charities that we're going to be helping are going to be involved with education or supporting education. But select a charity that's near and dear to your heart if you're a team leader. Send it into the company, and your charity might be selected to receive 1% of the total sales revenue that we do in that country. Love it. Now, why we've chosen MLM, even though there's people that don't agree with the whole MLM idea. Me personally, I like Money Mondays. Me personally, I see that it's a $400 billion industry. Me personally, I recognize that we're all consumers. Me personally, it offers incomes to hundreds of millions of people. And I know that people trust people. We're waking up to the ads. We're waking up to the marketing. We're waking up to the subliminal messages even. It's amazing. I love it. Now, why do some people choose MLM? For all sorts of reasons. You know, me personally, when I go back and I think about why I chose it, and it's truly after the real estate market crashed, because I used to be a realtor and I was at least marketing myself, and I started being an online marketer as well. And it was a good transition, luckily for me. So for me, it was actually, I was seeking financial freedom. That's why I got into online marketing. But people do it for all reasons. You know, someone does it for just part-time income. You know, they think $250 a month times 12, that's $300 or $3,000. Huh, could be a vacation. I don't know. Part-time income, full-time income, to travel, a car, a house. I don't know. I don't know what your reason is. But I'll tell you this, though. Personally, I like being my own CEO. I like being able to be like, without having to spend $1 million in overhead fees. I'm going to have internet with or without my business. So I just choose it for my own personal reason. And with this opportunity, though, I want you to know you have your own choice. Like I said, this is one of the best passive promotions that I've ever seen. If you join prior to January 31st. And the active opportunity, well, I want you to know this too, active team leaders. If you want to put your head down and work hard, then let's team up. Team up with whoever is teamed up with me, because we're all a tree. We're all growing together. And I'm telling you, active work can lead to passive income. I will tell you, it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to come easy. It's going to take hard work, but it can happen. Now, you heard me reference to a tree, and let me fully explain this. Because we are not doing network marketing the way network marketing is done. You are not being paid a sale. You are being paid a training bonus. We have generational training bonuses. We have team volume training bonuses. This isn't just someone where you're selling something and moving on to the next. If you're going to introduce this education to someone, you're going to help them with the activation code. You're going to help them log in. You're going to show them where the education is. You're going to care. Fair enough. And we're all a tree, and you want to think of the company as the roots. And we're going to take this tree, and I'm telling you, there's going to be all the branches, all the leaves. Everyone can do what they choose. I'm choosing to be a trunk, but you can do whatever you choose. And guess what? I love how my tree already has 7 trunks. I got a forest already going. And I want to take this all the way to the sun. And we're doing it all together, passively or actively. At least we're all doing it together. And I want to fully explain the pre-launch, because you have until January 31st, 2018. Pretend that each one of these represent 10 coins. That'd be 1,000 coins, okay? When you get level 4 education for $1,000 US, you will receive a 3% weekly promotion in DAGs. So yes, these 1,000 after the 8 months will be 2,500. Plus, you got the great level 4 education. Thank you so much for being with us in pre-launch while we take our rocket ship, launch it to the moon. Because this is all happening real fast. The launch is by February 24th, 2018. I'll be there. I already know I'll have some team leaders there with me. I hope you will be one of the team leaders there with me. If you're just someone active, it's all good. Why I keep saying team leaders? Because we can get it paid for us. Yes, tickets, hotel, airfare. I'm not going to lie, I was surprised, because the way they have their promotion with this, it's amazing how easily they made it. It's like they want to fly me and all my friends from Canada. It's awesome. It makes me excited. And then all of my friends in North America and around the world, we can meet in Dubai. Let's do it. Because we're going to find out February 24th, 2018. And I'm going to ask you right now, how many times in your lifetime have you been witness? Not just witness, but then been part of something. And I'm going to tell you, those players in the game, they're the ones with the $1 million contracts. Yes, they're the ones with the $1 million contracts. Those people on the sidelines ranting and raving, wah, wah, wah. Yeah, they're the ones spending the money, giving their opinion. But I'm sorry, I'm in the game. And if you want to do this together, reach out to who invited you to this, or reach out to me direct if I invited you. Because it's time for action. That's why I'm not sleeping. I've never worked so hard, ever. And it's time for action, because I know I can change my life in the next couple months, and I'm doing everything I can to do so. Thank you very much for being part of this presentation. And my name is Ken Levine. And like I said at the start, I am so excited to be one of the very first people to ever be talking to you about directed acyclic graph chain technology. Bye for now. Stop recording 1 sec.